McIntosh here at the Sakyamuni Spiritual Center in Belgium. Today in the Rolling Eric column, we're going to do the Ask Eric questions. So these are questions that you guys have sent in. Now we got a lot of questions. We got over 55 questions, so I don't think we're going to be able to do all of them right now in this column. However, we're going to do another one in 2 weeks, so that way we have one in September and October. And so whoever doesn't hear their question today will be you'll be able to view the answers in about 2 weeks. So not to worry, we're going to get to everybody's questions. Okay, so we'll cut right to the chase so we don't lose too much time, so we can get as many questions in as we can. Okay, so my first question that we received is from Marion O from Virginia, and her question is, what is my soul contract with my husband? Is it meant forever, past, present, and future? Well, Eric is he's laughing a little bit. He's saying, Marion, well, that's really up to you. You know, you're the creator of your future. You create your own reality. What you do need to know and what you do need to understand is that one of your major life lessons here on earth in this life is to really find your own identity. You're here to experience a personal growth as well as spiritually, mentally, and emotionally. And that means that you need to live your life for you. If you do that, you will find the accomplishments within yourself that you've always craved. So he's saying, yes, it's okay to share your life with another person. However, when your own needs and your wants and just your overall being become threatened, meaning that if you feel like you need to give up who you are to please another person, or just to keep the peace in the relationship, well, then you really need to take some action and you need to stand up for yourself. Every relationship has value, so see the lessons in all of them, for we really learn and grow from them, all of them. But always stay true to yourself, because it's the only way to find happiness. So where this relationship is going is really up to you. My advice to you is, don't lose yourself in any relationship, because you're here to find your own uniqueness and to find the joy and love within yourself, so you can achieve those accomplishments. So keep that in mind, okay? Hope that helps. Let's see what my next question is. Okay, question number 2 is from Shirley S. from Arizona. Her question is, I plan to retire in a few years and I want to be able to help others some way through spirituality or holistic methods. I feel this is my passion. Will I be able to accomplish this so late in life? Eric is saying, abso-fucking-lutely. He's saying, you know, never allow the illusion that you're too old to start something new, right? Never allow that fake idea to prevent you from exploring new adventures. We never really age. We're immortal beings. Only our bodies change. And if we take good care of our bodies, you can feel great till the day you no longer need it. Now, you're a great caregiver, and you would be phenomenal at guiding people in their lives in all different ways, kind of like a spiritual life coach. You can help people with getting healthy by using the right foods. You can help them by listening to them, by giving them the spiritual insight of why things are happening to them, and giving them the tools and how to change their world around, how to create a better future for themselves. So my advice to you is really follow your heart and know that you're a fighter and that you can accomplish anything you put your mind to. You just need to believe in yourself, and you need to believe that anything is possible. No matter what health issues there are, no matter what age you are, none of that is of significance. As long as you know what you want and you follow that feeling and you go and you go after it, then you can accomplish anything you put your mind to. So think deep, go deep inside of yourself and what you want to do, and just go for it. That's my advice to you, sweetie. Hope that helped. Okay. Question 3. This is from Els from Belgium. Her question is, what and how can I make my son eat? He dislikes almost all foods. He's saying, Dear Els, your son has autism, and because of this heightened sensitivity, he's really sensitive to smells, and he's revolted by most foods, or at least the smell of the food. So sometimes we need to go back to basic to figure out what smells does he like and dislikes. So approach him with a different pure non-processed ingredients. Okay, you start with herbs, because see what smells he likes when it comes to herbs, because you can use herbs in any kind of food to change the smell of the food, and also of course the flavor, but it's the smell that he is mostly disturbed with. So see what herbs he really likes, what the smells are, and then see if you can integrate them into your meals, if you can somehow use them in those meals, and see if that helps. Also, I just want to let you know that please try and stay positive, okay, and just accept it, so you can really start attracting what you wish to experience, because you're trying really hard, and I know that, but you're still having a hard time accepting life as it is for you now. So find that happiness, find that balance and that peace within yourself, and then the rest will just fall into place. Okay, I love you, so be happy. He says. He's just showing me how he's just going, be happy. He's just putting a huge smile on his face. Okay. He's going, what? I can be a clown? Yes, you can. Okay, question 4 is Paulina. She says, hi, Eric. Thank you for supporting my new creative work motion. Can you tell me if it's worth my paying for and taking Greg Jacobs' internet funnel training program to help launch me in the right direction? Thank you for having my back. He's saying, well, this is a pretty short answer. Let's just say that he's okay. However, you should look around and compare some other options that might be more cost efficient and more accessible and fun. Because his classes can be pricey and a little bit boring. So see if there's anything else in the same category that you can find. Because you're just not a boring person, he says. You won't relate to that. You're just a fun and bubbly person. So see if there's anything that resents more with your frequency. Question 5 is from Patricia from Florida. My sister Lori is a mean alcoholic and has caused so much turmoil and aggravation in my family. What is the best way to deal with her at this point? She's splitting my family apart because of all her problems. Well, Eric is saying, hey, Patty. He's saying, first of all, stop trying to control a situation that's not really under your control. Lori will make her decisions, and there's nothing you can do about that, whether you believe those decisions are good or bad for you, for her, or for her family. However, what you can control is how you respond to the turmoil she brings. Instead of trying to fight it, try to accept it, that this is what she chose for herself, and if you need to, take distance from her negative energy. Sometimes we need to let people go in order for them to return to us. You can't change her. Only she can change when she makes that decision herself. So she needs to get to the realization that the way things are going can't continue. And the only person who can do that is her, he says, so you can't change that for her. The only person who can do that is herself. So tell your family to send her love and light and healing in your prayers so she can find her way back to the light. But know that this is her life. She makes the decisions and creates the outcomes. So do what you need to do to protect yourself and your family from her lower vibrations, and send her all the healing and light you can. Don't judge her. Don't condemn her, but just love her unconditionally, no matter where she is at this moment in her life, no matter what she says or does. Love her. Love her unconditionally, and let her make the decisions in her life. Acceptance is the key, he says. Okay, question 6. This is Michelle from Texas. Let's see here. I would like to ask Eric if he knows my son. Could he bring him forward to talk to me? I would like to feel his presence again. Okay. Eric is saying, "Hi, Michelle." He's saying, "Thank you for your question." He's saying, "It looks like your Monty didn't come alone today, so I hope that's okay." He's saying, "There's a few people here who want to say hello." He's showing me there's a second Monty saying hello and saying, "I love you." And looks like there's a few family members that are stepping forward. There's a person called Dennis who wants to say hello to you and to Alan and all the kids and grandkids. And he's saying that Chris is with him and he would like to let his wife and son know that he loves them very much and he misses them. So your son Monty is saying that he loves you very, 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 very much. And he is giving me the feeling that he left at a very young age. And he's saying that you need to release. He says you need to release all the judgment and negativity towards people and anything that you don't agree or align with. He says, I'm not telling you this to hurt you, but to help you, because being in that state of negativity creates an energetic disturbance in your personal frequency, and it makes it harder for me and for everyone else to connect with you. Because you are lowering your frequency, and it's really hard for us to get that low. So I love you very much, and let's have acceptance and understanding that we're all here in our own mission, and we cannot judge that because you don't know what other people are here to learn. And if you can release, he says, if you can release that negativity, then we can have a lot more closer connection like we did at the beginning. He's saying, I want to reestablish that connection, but you just need to let go of a few of the negative feelings and emotions that have been keeping you busy, is what he calls it. He's also saying, Tammy wants to tell you it's just stuff. It shouldn't cause the hurt that it has. So she just wants you to find peace and harmony in your heart so you can have a healthy, balanced life. And she says she loves you and thank you for all the support. Okay. Hope that helped, Michelle. Okay. Question 7 is from Lori from New York. Can you connect with my son Justin for any messages? Well, they're giving me a picture in my mind, and it's Eric and Justin standing next to each other. And they kind of look the same. They look kind of scruffy. I'm sorry. I don't mean to be disrespectful, but what I mean by that is they're just kind of like jeans, kind of like a loose, ugly t-shirt, wearing like a baseball cap, and they're just kind of like, yeah, we're here, what's up? Um, that's kind of what it looks like to me. Um, Justin is saying, I love you, Mom. I love you very much. And he's saying, you know that, so please tell Dad and Trisha and Kathy that I love them very much, and I'm guiding you all in your daily lives. I'm always with you, and I'm always trying to give you direction and give you some signals that I'm there. He's saying thank you for the tree. Um, he's kind of making fun of it. He's saying, I'm surprised you got that damn thing in the ground because it was pretty big. So he's saying thank you to everyone who helped out, and to everyone who thinks of me every day. He's saying, Mom, I know you miss me very much, and I'm sorry I left so soon. However, I don't have any regrets, he says. I don't have any regrets because I got to feel love. I got to give love. I got to travel the world. I got to explore the planet. And I had a great time doing it. So I met incredible people. I had incredible relationships. I've learned and grown so much from everything and everyone that I encountered. So there's absolutely no regrets from my end. He says, I will continue to try and connect with you and everyone else who wishes to meet up and just hang out. And he says, please, Mom, just think of my passing in this way. For years, I traveled the world, and this is no different. It's the same thing. Only this time I'm traveling the universe. I had explored almost the whole planet, so now it's time for me to go and explore the rest of the universe. And that's what I'm doing. I am visiting different planets, and I am visiting different locations and different energy groups and different people. So I'm having a blast, just like I did on Earth. So really, I'm just on another one of my great adventures, and we'll be seeing each other again when it's time for you to come home. So I love you. I love you very much. And we'll keep in touch, okay? Okay. I hope that helped, Lori. Okay, my next question is from Val. In our last session, Eric, you showed images of a guy that would be coming and gave you other details. Well, I think I may have met him and you didn't want to give a name. So my question is, it could be the two guys I meet, Carrie or Abe. So can you ask Eric if it's not one of the two, any other information for me to look out for? Well, that's a really complicated question, but I think what you're trying to ask me, if it's the person that you're supposed to meet, if it's any of these two guys that you just met. Eric's kind of going, my lovely Val. Remember, he says, how we talked about letting go of control, going with the flow, learning to take things one day at a time and following your heart, following what feels right. Well, that is just what you need to do in this case. He's saying the reason I cannot give you any info on this new relationship is because if you knew more details, you would fuck it up. I'm sorry, but you would. You would fuck it up because you would try to control it again. And when it comes to the relationships in your life, please follow what feels good and try to enjoy every day of it, no matter where it leads you. If you just follow your instincts, then it will it will really lead you and guide you to the relationship you always wanted to experience. If you try to control everything, you might miss out on things. So just go with the flow. Know that you're loved, know that you're abundant, and that you're in a great relationship, and see how the universe unfolds it for you without you having to do any effort. Just be ready to receive and be grateful for every relationship you encounter in this lifetime, because it's from the contrasts that these relationships bring you that you can expand and grow. Okay? I love you. So just see what happens and just go with the flow. If it feels right, you go for it. Okay? Hope that helps, Val. Okay, my next question. Question 9 is from Kathy from the UK. Hi, Eric. Thank you for considering my question. I would very much like to know what my soul contract was and if I'm fulfilling my purpose. Sometimes I think I know what my purpose on this earth is, but most of the time I feel lost. Thank you, Eric. Well, Eric is saying, hi, sweet Kathy. He's saying, your purpose, the reason why you're here, is to really be of service to others and to find joy in helping others. You're a healer in soul, and you don't just heal with your hands. Just your smile alone can make people feel instantly better. So you might have noticed that people are drawn to you. And the reason for that is because you're sending out that healing energy on a daily basis without you even knowing that you do. So he's saying you also feel great when you get to help others, but it can be draining at times as well. So he's saying, please learn or teach yourself to protect and guard your own energy. You don't have to give it all away to help and heal. All you need to do to aid others is to give them the energetic guidance and the understanding on how they can heal themselves. So know you're a healer, and that is your purpose. You're here to be of service to others and to find that joy in that. Okay? Hope that helps. This is question number 10. This is from Jan from Nevada. I hope I said that right. Jan or Jan, not really sure. Okay, her question is, I have a health dilemma and it has been going on for over 15 years now. I am disabled partially. I want to know, when do I become well again and fully able? Love, Jan. He's saying, hello, Jan. He's he's telling me you guys are good friends. He says, okay, let's take a look at your body. And he's showing himself as a doctor, and he's got like a magnifying glass. I don't even know we call that an enlargement glass, but magnifying glass, like he's looking at your body. He says, okay, so what is the deal with your body? He's talking about how there are some undealt, suppressed lower vibrational energies present in your body, and it's originated and it's linked to your past as a gymnast and a dancer. He says it has to do with the extreme pressure and the demands that you would put on yourself and on your body. And you didn't just do that to explore your own limitations and your strength, but you also did it in some way or form to prove to the world just how special you really are. And you have fed this fear of not being seen in the world for years now, and it has affected your body in a negative way. So can it be healed? Absolutely. When will this happen? Well, when you no longer feel the need to prove yourself, when only self-love exists, when you feel balanced and at peace with or without the acknowledgement and encouragement of others. So self-love is the key here, and release the need to get the approval or the encouragement of others. Okay, hope that helps, Jen. Question 11 is from Tinti from Finland. Dear Emanuelle, you were amazing, and once again I want to thank you and Eric and my angels for the messages. During our reading, Eric came with a very straightforward suggestion to end my relationship with my partner. I actually followed the advice, and something really beautiful came out of it, as we, after a few weeks separation, decided to start again, and the relation has been better than ever. However, I haven't forgotten about what Eric told me, and since our desires about having a baby don't match, he wants a baby, I don't, I've noticed that I'm afraid of commitment. Can you please give me some insight or advice for this situation? Tinty. He's saying, hello, sweetheart. He's saying, okay, well, the separation was necessary so you both could see how much you really cared about each other. Now, the next step is dealing with this fear of starting a family. It's a fear that doesn't really belong to you. So in order to track down where it came from, you will need to go deep inside yourself and try and find the beginning point of this fear. And once you do, you will then find that this is a fear that is not grounded, and that you will be able to release it and move on to a more peaceful and a more balanced relationship. So I would recommend doing some hypnotherapy. It's really a great tool to explore, to take you back to those moments where it all began. So he's saying finding the answer yourself will give you a lot of gratification, and it'll give you the encouragement to apply the same method to all the undesired emotions, because a big part of why you're here is to find a way to help yourself and to understand yourself, so you can find that self-love and that self-acceptance. So I hope this helps, sweetie. Okay, thank you, Tinty, for your question. Let's see, my next question is question 12 is from Julie from San Diego. Hello, everyone. My one question is, my job is working with recovering addicts. It's taking a toll on me after almost 7 years. Do you see me staying here? Much love, Julie. He's saying, hello, Julie. Well, he's saying you already know the answer to that question. You know in your heart that it's time for a new challenge. It's time for a new adventure. He's saying you are also a great healer and a caregiver. So do some internal searching, meditate, and ask yourself one question. What do I feel most passionate about? And then see how you can incorporate that into a new professional direction. Follow your gut feelings, because it'll lead you to the new experiences and the growth that you're longing for. So the only thing that's stopping you is fear. So stop being afraid of change and believe in yourself. Create your own piece of art, he says. You are capable of doing much more than what you're doing now. You just haven't discovered it yet. So go out and explore. Don't be afraid. Take a leap of faith and go after what makes you feel good. Okay? He's saying, I love you very, very much. Hope that helps, Julie. Okay, my next question, question 13, is from Sarah from Indiana. What do I need to do to get out of my way and get financially go? I have always lived paycheck to paycheck, and I want a nice home, vacations, and another child without feeling like I'm drowning. If this includes a career change, please advise including field. He's saying, hello, Sarah. He's talking about, okay, first of all, stop linking the joys in life to the financial part of your life. He's saying what I mean by that is you need to stop limiting yourself. You're making every decision in your life, and it's all your decisions are based upon your income. So if you want another baby, great, have another baby. If you want to go on a vacation, go on vacation. You create your own reality, so stop letting your finances make those decisions for you. The more you focus on the lack of money and the more you focus on having to live paycheck by paycheck, the more you will attract that. And so it'll become your reality. It's just a law of attraction. So if you want to live abundantly, then you need to already feel abundant. You know, happiness, balance, and peace, it can never be achieved. It can never be achieved outside of you, he says. He's kind of giggling. He's going, yeah, well, you know, having a little bit more cash is more comfortable. It's easier, but it won't create the happiness that you're looking for. So happiness comes from within, and right now you're just looking at it from outside of yourself. You're just seeking it out there instead of looking in here. So stop living with this fear of not having enough, and know that you're surrounded by love and light, and that will help you and guide you to the things that you need in order to experience those desires. So you're the only one creating exactly what you don't want. So live your life to the fullest, take chances and risks, and know and be abundant every day, and then you will attract just that. So look for happiness within so you can then create it outside of you. Okay? I hope this helps. Okay, question 15 is from Misty from Montana. Her question is, I love you guys. Oh, I love you too, Misty. Eric says, I love you. I am curious about what is coming up this year career-wise. Anything interesting? Okay. He's saying, well, I don't want to disappoint you, but it doesn't look like major changes will happen for the rest of this year. However, next year will be a very positive year with new challenges and new opportunities. Also, your spiritual connection will increase next year, and that really will bring some great changes for you as well. So, I don't want to give you all the spoilers, as you still have, because I'm saying, because you still have problems completely surrendering to the heartbeat of the universe. So, feel excited, get excited, be ready to receive, because next year will be a great year with some great changes and a lot of movement going on into that year. Okay, so just enjoy the surprises that'll come to you next year. He's saying, I love you, Misty. Okay, question 14 or 16, sorry. Oh, my numbers are all messed up. Don't know. This is from Alexandra from Washington. Her question is, hi, Emma, what is the name of my guardian angel? How many angels or spirit guides are always on my side? Okay, well, Eric has given me the number 5. He's just going 5. He's saying that you have 3 angels and 2 guides. What you call your guardian angel is Gabriella, and Gabriella is the one who watches over you, over your health, over your protection, over your safety. Your second angel is more of a, let's see here, Juliana. And Juliana works with you in relationships, and that includes the relationship with yourself. And then you also have Raphael by your side, who really helps you with your spiritual development and your expansion and growth in life. And then you have two guides. I get a Henry and I get a Magna, who are just helping you and guiding you into fulfilling what you want to be, what you want to experience and what you want to see created in this world. So these two guides will help you with that. Okay. Okay, my next question is from, I hope I say that right, Luba from New Jersey. Let's see here. Dear Emma and Eric, my youngest sister Agatha has been diagnosed with breast cancer. What form of cure does she need to choose to restore her optimal health again? He's saying hello. He's saying, well, first of all, when it comes to healing from an illness, and this could apply to a lot of people, in order to heal from it, we first need to rise above it. Now, what do I mean by that? Well, let's take cancer. When you look at cancer, it has a very low, dense frequency. All illnesses have a low, low frequency. And in order to aid the healing, we really need to kind of raise our frequency above that. So in order to assist the healing process, we need to learn to keep our frequency high. We need to learn to stay in that positive thought pattern, in that positive feeling of joy and health. So he says, just understand that the mind is extremely important to overcome all illnesses. So she needs to already know that she's completely healthy. Second of all, he says her diet needs to be adjusted. She needs to add vegetables, fruits, and herbs that increase oxygen in the body and that stimulate a better immune system and that have high antioxidant qualities. He's saying the increase of vitamin B's and C will help to kill the cancer cells, and so will oxygen therapy, because cancer cells can't survive in a well oxygenated environment. So she needs to adjust her diet, try to increase the oxygen level in her blood, in her body, try to stimulate the immune system, and to increase the antioxidants into her system. Know in her mind that she is good, that she is healthy. She needs to know it. She needs to feel it. She needs to create it with the law of attraction. And he's saying, tell her she needs to start enjoying life more and let go of trying to control everything. She really needs to let go of the negativity that she's carried with her. And start to live mindfully. Live one day at a time and see the joy and the beauty in every day. This will help her to stay in that frequency of happiness, in that frequency of love. And when we stay there, the only thing we can attract is more of that. And so the cancer cells will not be able to return or to even, to expand. So I hope this helps, he says. Okay. My next question is from Elizabeth from Tennessee. Her question is, Eric knows my son Dominic is top of his class, and this year he doesn't want to go. He wants to homeschool. He says he isn't being bullied, but he doesn't like his friends. What should I do? He is a junior, and it is awful to see him miserable. Help and thank you. That's not fun, Elizabeth. Let's see what Eric says. Eric is saying, hey, Liz. Unfortunately, Dominic is struggling with his self-image right now, and he feels like he no longer fits in with his friends. So his insecurities have, in some way or form, led him to a point where his friends are picking up on that negative energy, and in some way they're rejecting him because they don't align with that frequency of self-doubt, of self-hate. And so they, anybody who will come in contact with a person who is in that low frequency, they will just reject them. And that's what's going on right now. So is he being bullied? No, not really. But the reason he doesn't feel like he likes his friends anymore is because he feels like he doesn't fit in anymore. He doesn't fit in into where they are. He feels different and he feels lost within himself. So what he really needs is some life coaching focused on self-love, assertiveness, and self-empowerment. So you need to help him understand that he's the greatest person in the universe, that no one can hurt him unless he allows them to, that he is source, that he is God, and that he has the same powers as source, that he creates his own universe, and that makes him invincible. So find him some help, find him some life coaching, so his insecurities about himself can be dealt with and flipped around into self-love and self-empowerment. Okay, I hope that helps, Elizabeth. Okay, our next question is from Julie from Maryland. I'd like to ask Eric if my manic side of bipolar disease is really just me being in touch with my spiritual self. He's saying, oh, Julie, I know how that feels like. He's saying, well, people with bipolar disease can have extreme highs and extreme lows. And yes, when you are in an extreme high moment, you do have the possibility to connect to source or to your higher self easier because your energy frequency goes up. So when it feels good to you and you feel peaceful and in balance and love, then yes, you are connecting, and you do that on occasion. However, when those really high moments lead you to endanger your physical self, then you're not connecting to source, but are experiencing the brain distorting your frequency. So when you're having extreme lows, then of course you're disconnected from source and you will feel lost and confused about your reality and about yourself. So I know you're on meds and you like the experience of the highs. So if you want to reduce the meds that you're taking at this moment, look into changing your diet. Certain foods like green tea, like probiotic yogurt, like berries, oatmeal, spinach, salmon, and so on. There's other ones he says, but there's a whole list. They can really help against the depression or the feeling of depression. And other foods can help you with your mood, can help spice up your happiness in some way or form. And those foods are like taking extra vitamin B's and D, eating high fiber foods that digest very slowly. And then there's foods that you want to avoid, and the ones you want to avoid is processed foods and sugar and artificial sweeteners and white flour, alcohol, lactose, fat-free foods, and so on and so on. So look into foods, people. They can help with so many symptoms and even eliminate certain diseases. You're not going to be able to cure bipolar disease with this. However, you can reduce the medicine and replace it with a very strict diet that can help you in keeping the highs and the lows under control. So see if you can find or track down either a health coach or we there are doctors out there who are specialized in using foods to cure or to relieve people from certain symptoms. So look into that. See if you can find anything like that, or if you can find a book on it. And that will definitely help you in keeping more of um, a balanced emotional state and still being able to connect to source. Okay, so I hope that helps, Julie. Okay, our next question is Tina from New Jersey. Your question is, I feel like I have been trapped in 7 years of loss of family, job, boyfriend, and health. All my security gone. Now when I'm just starting to see a flicker of possibility of a new life, a very serious health issue has stopped me in my tracks. Is there anything I can do to get out of this cycle and live a normal life again? He's saying yes, Tina, there is. He's going, okay, so because of the 7 years of hurdles and the losses that you've encountered, you kind of have programmed your subconscious mind to react to any new opportunity with fear of losing it or fear of losing someone. So you're not always aware of that because it does happen in the subconscious part of the brain. But what that fear does is it creates the one thing that you're afraid of, and that is more loss. So how can we fix it? Well, we need to retrain our brain. Okay, and how do we do that? Well, by only living one day at a time and refocusing your attention every time we think or feel anxious or fearful or negative, you refocus it to something positive. And what you'll be doing then is you'll be training the brain that when any negative emotion pops up, that a positive outcome will follow. And so you'll never be stuck in that vicious cycle of going down in frequency, of getting back to those lower densities. And you'll always stay in your high frequency, so you'll be attracting positive energy and positive outcomes and positive encounters more and more easily than you would have done before. So another thing is, he says, you need to start believing that you're in control of what happens to you. And what happens in your life, and really get rid of the idea that you are in a vicious circle of doom. Because if you believe that you're stuck in that cycle, then that's what you will create. So look into mindfulness exercises, look into Buddhism. They will help you to start experiencing the world differently and more positive, so you can teach yourself that anything is achievable and possible. And they will also teach you to be mindful and to reprogram the mind to only see positive, good outcomes and to attract that. Okay, so a little bit of a reprogramming of the brain. We need to put a new app in there, and we need to remove the old apps that no longer serve us. Okay, you just got to see it like a computer. It just needs to be reprogrammed, and we do that by replacing the old programs with a new one. Okay, but that'll take some time. It'll take some exercising. It'll take some persistence from your end. But over time, you will start seeing a very positive change. Okay. Okay, so our next question is from NJ from Washington. Her question is, my life is in a self-inflicted purgatory/Groundhog's Day. It doesn't matter who my relationships are with or what they are. It's like the same child. She's quoting child relationships all over again. I'm wondering if this is because I need to learn some sort of lesson before I can continue with life? And if so, what will that lesson be? NJ. Eric is saying, hi, NJ. So yes, you are also here to learn self-love and self-achievement, which means that you have to find happiness, love, and peace within yourself. So the reason you're constantly attracting we'll call them not so positive relationships. I don't want to say bad because there is no good or bad. Everything has a purpose and everything has growth attached to it. So we'll just call them the pleasant and the not so pleasant experiences. So the reason you're constantly attracting those not so pleasant relationships is because you're counting on them to make you happy. So you're attracting it. You're attracting these, like you said, child relationships because you feel that you need to take care of your significant other in order to show and in order to experience love, which is incorrect. So you attract people who like to be taken care of. How can we fix it? Well, you need to discover and experience that the only love that will ever give you that feeling of joy is the love for yourself. Once you can resonate with that frequency and that experience, the joy and the peace of self-love, you just won't need it. You just won't need anyone else to make you happy, and you'll feel complete and balanced. And when you get into that state of mind, when you get into that feeling of being enough, you being enough in your life, that is enough to find joy, peace, love, and happiness. When you get there, that's when you're going to attract the relationship that you've always wanted to experience, because then you will attract a relationship that is not built on, hey, I need you to make me happy, but it will be built on a similar frequency. That means that both parties will be okay with themselves, will be happy with themselves, but just want to share this life and create memories and in, he's going in spooning and cuddling and all the good stuff. You know, you'll be able to share all of that together, but the only way you're gonna be able to get to a relationship like that is if you release the need to have a relationship to make you feel whole, to make you feel complete. Once you can do that, a new relationship is possible very soon and very fast, but it's up to you on how fast you can let go of the need and the want to have a relationship to make you feel whole or to make you feel complete. So release it, and you will definitely have the possibility to attract a relationship that will be beneficial and really nice for the both of you. Okay, so hope that helps. Okay, our next question is from Tonya from Michigan. Tonya says, my name is Tonya. I'm 38. Hello. And finally feel like I found someone I want to have children with. The feeling is mutual with him as well. And we just started trying in June, and I'm super nervous because it hasn't happened yet. My question is, do you see me getting pregnant? Does Eric or any of my family members that crossed over have any tips for me that will help with my goal of getting pregnant soon? Eric is just giggling right now because he's saying, well, Tonya, the problem is you're just trying too hard. It's going funny, right? He's saying when we want something so bad, we tend to force the universe in granting our wish. And when we do that, well, then we just add a negative vibration to our desires because we're afraid that it's not going to happen. So refocus, keep trying, of course, he says. I mean, that's the fun bit anyway, right? It's the trying, that's all the fun. But try and focus on something else that's fun. You know, don't put all of your focus in, oh my God, I'm still not pregnant. Oh my God, I'm still not pregnant. No, put your focus onto something that makes you happy, something that makes you feel joyful, and get yourself into that high vibration. And just know that you're pregnant. Know that you're already holding your baby. Create that reality in your mind. You know, go baby clothes shopping, or go look at furniture for babies. Whatever you need to do to kind of already get into that vibration of having a baby, and whatever makes you feel happy. So don't just solely focus on baby stuff, but also try a new hobby, or you know, just hang out with family and friends. Take the old photo albums out, and just see what you were like as a baby. Whatever it takes to not put 100% focus on trying to get pregnant, because then all you're doing is trying to get pregnant. Know that you're already pregnant. Don't think I'm going to get pregnant. Don't think I'm trying to get pregnant, because it'll always be somewhere in the distance. Know that you already are pregnant. So don't ask yourself anymore when and how, but really replace it with the thought of, I am pregnant. Okay? Hope that helps. Okay, let's see here. My next question is, I hope I say this right, is Mimi from Australia, and her question is, his or hers, I'm not really sure. My sister is 17 years old. Her name is Irene, and she's suffering from depression, social anxiety, and fatigue. I have a feeling that Eric came into our lives to help her get better. Could you give us some tips on what she can do to heal herself, and what we can do to help her through her journey? He's going, hello. He's saying, well, first of all, she needs to make a connection with the idea that the only one who can change her future is herself. So she needs to understand that and really own it into her heart. She really needs to align with this idea that if she wants things to change, then she needs to change. She needs to accept that idea. She's her own cure. She's her own medicine. Let's just say it that way. She is the doctor, but she's also the medicine. So she needs to observe herself objectively. She needs to look at what is going on, what is happening to her, where are these emotions coming from, and then she needs to objectively try to give herself advice on almost like trying to give another person advice, trying to give a friend advice. What would you recommend? So it would be beneficial for her if she would write down her problems in a third person perspective, and then you leave it for a few days, and then she'll look at it and say, okay, who or what can I recommend to this person? Because it's so much easier to see truth and to see clarity in what's going on when we take the emotional investment out of it. Okay, so another thing I would recommend to her, and we say this a lot, but this really works. He's saying, just ask Emanuelle. That's how she came over her depression. It's true. Is looking into mindfulness guidance, learn how to meditate. The only way she's going to be able to reconnect to herself is by finding a moment of peace where she lets go of all the problems and all the hurt and all the anxieties and all the fears that she's dealing with, and just kind of be present with herself and the universe, not having any responsibilities or any any obligations or anything like that. So she needs to find a way to kind of withdraw herself, even if it's only 15-20 minutes a day, where she can just come to peace, where she can relax the mind, where she can relax the body, and where she can just do some breathing exercises. And then she will be able to reconnect with her true self, and she will be able to actually find some answers within herself. Okay, because right now she can't find any answers. She doesn't feel anything anymore. So mindfulness will help her to reconnect to her senses, to open up those emotions, and to put them in the right place, because a lot of emotions and a lot of thoughts are distorted and not true. So I hope that helps. Okay, the next question is from Anne Sharp from Australia. My ovaries and uterus are sore when I communicate with them and send healing to them. Why are they sore? Eric is saying, hello, my love. Let's just say that you've been going through a lot of stress and self-doubt lately, and this is really leading you to anger and outbursts that are filled with lower vibrations, because you're just not aligning with that low frequency. It's just not who you are. And because you're out of balance with yourself, it's also causing your body to be off balance, and especially attacking your solar plexus chakra. So find the joy again in what you do. Take a step back, start fresh, so you can find the passion and the self-love again. And another thing, don't allow family members to affect you in a negative way. They make their own decisions, and all we can do is find acceptance in our hearts. So protect yourself from the negative energy. Don't try to control the situation, but just find acceptance that that is how it is at this moment, and that all you can do is send them unconditional love, and don't forget to send it to yourself, he says, because you need it more than ever right now. He's saying, I love you, so have fun, go back to basic. And it's okay, he says, to sometimes take a step back so we can move 2 steps forward again. Okay? Don't be afraid to do that, he says. Hope that helps. All right. Well, it looks like we're running out of time. So for everybody else who send me a question, I will do those in about 2 weeks. I hope whoever got a question today that it makes sense to you, that it will help you on your journey. And Eric is saying he loves you all very much. He's sending you lots of love, lots of kisses, and he's saying don't forget, you're in control. Create your own destiny, create your own universe, create your own future. Be that great, big, bold painter that is not afraid to take chances and risks. And just remember, nothing is impossible. Bye.